So here we are on St. Stephen's Day, otherwise in Greek would be pronounced St. Stephen. This is the day when we're celebrating a great saint of God. This is the first major martyr, I believe, that the New Testament talks about, where the whole Sanhedrin basically had some issues with Stephen there and put him to death. And the situation was that he was a man full of grace and had great testimony about Moses and the whole story of Genesis there, and they spoke about Christ and having been put to death, and the Sanhedrin couldn't take it. They couldn't take the message of the gospel, and that's what he proclaimed. And so Saint Stephen there was stoned, and when he was stoned, or I should say Stephen, when he was stoned there, he prayed that the sin would not be held against them. Now, one of the people that was in the stoning of Saint Stephen there, or Saint Stephen, was Saul, who later became Saint Paul. And I always believe that if not for the prayer of Saint Stephen there, that the conversion of Saul might not have happened, for Saul to be St. Paul. And I'll tell you here, this is a great time in Christmastide that we have here, be able to reflect upon these kind of subjects. One of the things that New Testament teaches us is to pray for those that persecute us, just as Saint Stephen there did when he was being stoned. He was basically praying that the sin would not be held against those that were stoning him. Now, one of the things to remark about here when we look at this story is that this is a story about people that were stoning Saint Stephen there, and they weren't people that ever claimed to be Christians. These were people that didn't believe in Christ. And I'll tell you what, if you encounter people that don't believe in Christ and never have believed in Christ, and they might persecute you and have disbelief. They might think that Christianity is a whole bunch of hogwash, and people that haven't been baptized and people that have never received the Eucharist, they might have some of those opinions. But things are a lot sadder, and it's a lot worse when people are baptized, receive the Eucharist, and then persecute Christians. That's really wrong. And sometimes these days we're living in an age where people sometimes they give up the faith, and that's not right. And it's a subject that is hard to even talk about. It's not even really a favorite subject at all. I mean, this is not a subject that we'd really want to talk about, but you really, I don't want to say you don't have to pray for those people, but I mean, it's just so much better to be praying for people that are feeding you to the lions that do not believe, because those that at one time claimed to believe and then fell away, it's a whole nother story. And so if people don't believe and they've never heard the gospel, it can be a tremendous opportunity for them that you do pray for them and treat them with grace when they persecute you, because that can be the gospel preached to them through your actions and through your doings. So I'm going to leave you with that. Happy St. Stephen's Day. God bless, God be praised. Bye for now.